If you're really honest with yourself, this video will be painful to hear. Let me know if this is you. You're ambitious, you've got goals, you've got talent, you've got a good head on your shoulders, but yet you keep stalling. You're doing the work, but it's not the work that matters the most. And why is that? So a question that most people never really ask themselves, and it can be quite confronting, is what if your need for approval, that quiet craving to be liked, needed, and praised, is actually what's holding you back from real success? In this video, I want to talk about why that happens, how it shows up, and what you can do about it. So I've seen this over and over again with my clients, with audiences I speak to, and even in myself. We work really hard. It's just not always on the right things. So instead of bold moves, we chase comfort. Instead of strategic growth, we do that one quick job that makes somebody say, "Oh, thank you so much. You're such a lifesaver." But here's the kicker. That feel-good response that you're craving, it's not just a habit, it's hardwired. So according to neuroscientists at the Sainsbury Wellcome Center, the dorsal striatum, which is a deep part of your brain and its key role is reinforcing repetitive behaviors, that part of your brain, it keeps choosing the familiar even when the familiar isn't helpful. And here's the kicker. It doesn't care. This part of the brain, it doesn't care if what you're doing aligns with your goals. It only cares that you've done it before, because predictability feels safer than possibility. So we end up doing the same old things, saying yes to jobs that we don't want to do, answering emails that don't matter, helping people just so that we can feel helpful, even if that pulls us away from the things that we really want. So let me tell you a story about one of my one-on-one clients. So she is the CEO and the founder of Collab Teams, which is an amazing business that helps entrepreneurs scale their business and install systems. And she's amazing at what she does. She's a strategic powerhouse. Her work, it changes people's businesses and their lives as well. However, she kept saying yes to tasks and jobs that she shouldn't be doing anymore. As a CEO and founder, she'd outgrown these jobs. And she was saying yes to them, all while her big dreams, one of those was starting a podcast, they stayed sat on the end of the shelf, never moving forwards. And why was she doing this? Because helping other people made her feel good. It was predictable. It was praiseworthy. She felt approved of. That moment where somebody says, "Oh my gosh, thank you so much. You're absolutely amazing." That was a dopamine hit. But here's what's fascinating. And also it's what research shows us. Every time that she chose the familiar, so that little bit of approval from somebody else, her dorsal striatum, that part of the brain, it got stronger at reinforcing that habit loop. So in fact, new findings are starting to suggest that this part of the brain is actually starting to blend habit with identity. So after a while, her saying yes to small tasks, it didn't just feel good, it felt like who she was. And breaking that, it felt wrong. It felt like she was letting people down, or worse still, it might have even felt like she was being selfish. But then let's layer into this what we also know about all of the research that's been done on dopamine too. And as you know, dopamine is the brain's action initiator. It's the motivation part. It doesn't just reward the reward, it rewards the pursuit of the reward. The problem is, modern life is full of cheap dopamine, like emails, praise, sugar, scrolling. It causes these big phasic spikes of instant gratification. But every time that you chase one of those spikes, your tonic level of dopamine, which is your baseline level of dopamine, to make this simple, think of it like your long-term motivation system, that level starts to drop. And then you end up trading real energy for this momentary relief or this momentary pleasure. And now if you combine all of that, you end up with a dopamine depleted brain and a dorsal striatum that's obsessed with predictability. You end up being stuck. You know what to do, but you just can't seem to do it. I know I got a little bit nerdy there. Hopefully that all made sense to you. But what did my client do? She got brutally honest. She realized that her addiction to approval was costing her the future that she actually wanted. So she let go of the work that gave her the fast praise and put that energy into finally launching her podcast. And if we fast forward to today, she now hosts one of the top-rated business podcasts in Australia. She's doing work that lights her up, and also it serves at scale. But that change, it didn't come from hustle. It came from rewiring that reward system and reclaiming her identity. All this being said, I'm not saying that breaking this loop, breaking this habit is easy, but it is simple. So we can choose effort over ease. We can choose purpose over praise. We can choose long-term meaning over instant gratification. Now that might mean that you've got to say no to some work that strokes your ego and yes to work that builds your dreams, builds your empire, whatever it is that you're moving towards. But it does mean that recognizing that discomfort is not a bad sign. Think of the discomfort as the compass that is pointing you towards growth. And that's exactly what my coaching client realized. And once she stopped chasing the quick hits, that little fast bit of dopamine, her entire life changed. And not because she worked harder, but because she finally worked on what mattered the most. So if you've been feeling stuck, burnt out, or maybe you just feel a little bit flat, it might not be about having the wrong schedule or the wrong strategy. It might be about your reward system. So I want you to ask yourself this: are you chasing the next quick win, or are you building something meaningful? Really simple question to ask yourself. Are you chasing the next quick win, or are you building something meaningful? If this video has resonated with you, then please hit that like button. And if you're ready to stop people pleasing your life away, start to show up, speak up, and finally live a life beyond the ordinary, then you know where to find me.